Hello guys, in this video we are going to solve a problem on LeetCode, which is valid parenthesis. Problem statement says that we are given an string s. We have to check whether it is valid or not. So what is a valid string? String s is made up of brackets. Open brackets must be closed by the same type of bracket, and open brackets must be closed in the correct order. Okay, so these are some example test cases. So let's see what we can do. So yeah, these two are that example test cases from which we are going to find a solution. So we are going to take the help of stacks data structure in this in this problem. So suppose we have an stack. In this problem, what we gonna do, we will iterate over the string s and check whether it is valid or not. So let's say we are iterating from here. In this first case, what we will do, this is the first element, so it is an opening bracket. So if we hit an opening bracket, then we will add it to the stack, and if we hit an closing bracket, then we will check whether the element present at the top of the stack is of same type and an opening bracket, then we will pop out that. Let's see how that's gonna happen. So now our I is at second element. This is an closing bracket of same type, which is the same type as the element present at the top of the stack. So we will pop this out, then we will have an empty stack again. Now our I will get incremented. At here this is an curly opening bracket, so we will add this to our stack. Then our I will get again incremented. This is an closing curly bracket, so that's why we will pop this out, and so on. This process will give us an stack which is empty at the end if our string is valid. Suppose we don't get a stack which is empty at last, that means there should be some opening brackets at the end, so that's why we are not getting an empty stack. So in this case, what we get, if we get an empty stack at end, return true, else return false. Okay, so let's say another example. This is another example, so we will iterate over this. Okay, so this is our first element. This is an opening round bracket, so we will add it. Then next element is square bracket, opening square bracket, we will add that. Next element is rounded closing bracket. So at here what we need to check, whether the element present at the top of the stack is an closing bracket of same type, opening bracket of same type as the element, then we will pop it out, but it is not, so we will return false from here. Return false, and that's it. yeah, there can be one situation like if our stack is empty and we have an closing bracket. So in this situation we can't access the element at the top of the stack. So in this situation we can return directly false. So that's it, guys. Like in this case, if we have an string something like this is an closing bracket, then we have opening closing opening closing opening closing, like something like this. In any case this string can't be valid because it starts with an closing bracket. So that's it for this video, guys. We will see its implementation in next video. Okay guys, in this video we are going to implement the problem valid parenthesis on LeetCode. So in this problem we have to check whether the given string of parenthesis is valid or not. So this is our function is valid, and we will pass a string to it. If this function returns true, then we will display valid, else we will display invalid. So we are going to take the help of data structure stack to find the solution. So let's make an object of type stack of characters A. Now what we are going to do, we will iterate over string S. Okay, and whenever we hit an opening bracket we will add it to our stack, and whenever we hit an closing bracket we will check whether element present at the top of the stack is same type of opening bracket. Then we will go for next element, pop that out and go for next element, else we will return false. So what we need to do, first we will check whether the element is opening bracket or closing bracket. So let's say now we have three types of opening brackets, like rounded bracket, curly opening bracket, and square opening bracket. Okay, so we need to check for these three. So if C equal to rounded opening bracket, then we will do this, or C equal to curly opening bracket, or C equal to square opening bracket. So what we will do in this case, we will push it into our stack, like a dot push C. Else what we will do, else we will check whether the element present at the top of the stack is same type of opening bracket or not. Okay, let's say if our C equal to rounded opening bracket, then what we will do, we will check whether element present at the top of the stack is rounded closing bracket or not. If not, we will return false. Okay, so if our stack is empty, we will return false. or element present at the top is not rounded rounded opening bracket. Yeah, here should be rounded closing bracket. In this case we will return false. This thing will be applied for all type of brackets, so we will do it for same for square and curly bracket. Okay, so if any one of this condition will be hit, then our function will return false. Else what we'll do, we will pop out the top of the stack, a dot pop. Okay. At the end what we'll do, if our stack is empty, then we will return true, and if our stack is not empty, then we will return false. So that's it. I hope this will work. Okay, let's go. Let's directly check it on LeetCode. Yeah, it is working. Okay, so let's check for all of test cases. Okay, so it's working, so let's submit it. Yeah, we got 100. Okay.